Well, I know China's doing full robotic dentistry. Yeah, so you just open your mouth, it scans your mouth, and then does your root canal.
Exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll just sell the machines in China, and they're all gonna be like ultra marathoners. And Olympians, because they get body work, so their body turns into like a 17-year-old beast mode.
Yeah.
And everyone else is losing because hey, we got these machines that do body work like this.
Well, I mean, part of the reason why they did the dentistry robots in China is because they didn't have enough doctors or dentists. Right? So they're like, hey, let's make a robot and solve this problem for us. So it works great. I've watched it, I've seen it. I haven't done it.
Would you do it?
I would do it totally.
You would trust in a robot?
To do my, oh yeah.
You're asking a robotics lover if he would trust the robot?
Yeah. I actually would prefer the robot over a person doing my dental work.
Okay, cool. So aloha everybody, love and light. Welcome back again, coming to you live from the North American Bitcoin Conference in Miami. I've been doing these interviews all day. Again, the whole point of this is to kind of dumb it down as if you were talking to a 5-year-old, and if we can explain this project and what value is it that it's creating and that it's going to create in the future. It's simplified, use metaphors and that kind of thing. So what is AItheon?
So AItheon is a business platform that automates the back-end processes that businesses use to allow the business owner to get back to actually doing business versus all of those mundane tasks, and we do that through using artificial intelligence and robotics.
So as a business platform, can you just make a map of the so here's a platform, who's the user, who's the...
Yeah, so how it kind of works is if you look at a normal business, they have all sorts of different processes. They have purchasing, controlling of accounts receivable, accounts payable, money coming in, money coming out. They have orders and all of these things. And then inventory, or maybe they're a manufacturer, they're building something. So what the platform really does is, through a simple process of understanding, they essentially check off, we want to do like HR, payroll, all these things, or accounting, or all these different parts. So the back end handles those parts and starts automating those processes so they can get away from actually those tasks and focusing on their business. And then also, a key part of the platform is allowing them access to robotic technology that only big businesses with development teams or a lot of money to integrate robotics into their business can afford. And so
you want to bring this to the smaller businesses. One moment. No, I love it. Yeah. So you want to, because you speak so soft. Yeah. But so for someone like, okay, let's say, give me another use case.
Yeah. So a perfect example is we're working with some restaurants to do their order processing, so such as like iPad ordering. So instead of trying to set up iPad ordering and know all the technical aspects of that, they can simply go on the platform and say, oh, I want to enable iPad ordering, and it will just give them an address. Okay, put this address into your browser, and now you have a menu for your business. And then from there, it would go into handling their point of sale, and then all of their books, and then the purchasing of food as it gets consumed by the kitchen. And then eventually as they grow, so all those are taken care of, that gives the person more time to spend on like branding or something creative, or coming up with new recipes or whatnot. And then as they grow, they could bring in a robot like this robotic arm, and it could aid them in the kitchen as we teach you how to cut things and flip burgers or do different things like that. And it'll learn new tasks over time. But what we're using blockchain for is to basically mine the problems when the robot gets into a situation where it doesn't know what to do. It will pass that up the blockchain, and essentially through consensus mining of the issue, our token is minted, and then the robot can infer from every case done in that consensus of work performed to solve the problem. It can infer from that, oh, I should probably do this.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's kind of
calculating it mathematically. Is like, according to this, I should probably go here.
Yeah,
so it
based
does
on
learn.
all of those opinions.
Got it. So who customizes it for each? How do you customize these kind of artificial intelligence systems for different things?
Yeah. So that's actually what has been the hardest part, and that's what's taken us so many years to actually build this. It's as simple as going onto the platform and essentially saying, I want to enable this, I want to enable this, I want to enable this. And
for me, I want to be able to do that, but who makes it?
So then from you doing that on the back end, our software then infers a lot of different information and connections in the platform and says, okay, we need to configure your account or your organization like this. And then we do all of that on the backside. The software.
Okay. So that's kind of some of the hurdles.
And that's really the hard part for us, but for you, you're just, it looks super easy, right?
Yeah.
But it's really complicated.
And that's your job is to do that. So then talk about your so obviously nobody else is in this space.
Right.
So there's no, how do I phrase this? I just lost the question. I'm so sorry. I got all nervified. But you know what they say? There's like, obviously you don't have competitors, and then people just need to know. Then how is this valid? Like, is this a realistic
So one of
project to support?
Right. So one of the things we did is actually when you piloted this, that's actually running through the platform. So you can see there's very little latency, and that's all of those processes that we're being able to tune that in for you to be able to control the robot remotely. We're opening it to beta testers in our pre-sales, so they can see the platform, play with it, things like that. Actually, when individuals log in to buy on our pre-sale, they're already logging into the platform themselves, so they're using it. They're just don't really know they're using it yet. And that's the idea. That's the entire idea, is to leverage AI and robotics in a way that you don't necessarily know you're doing it or need to know you're doing it. It's just there to help you run your business better, right? Yeah.
How did you come up with this?
Well, couple ways. So, one, I love building robots, and running a business and trying to build robots is really difficult because you get bogged down with having to make business decisions all the time, and business concerns and all of that. So it really took me away from building robots. And so that's when I said everyone else who basically is an entrepreneur or loves doing something and turns it into a business runs into this same exact problem. And no one has solved it. So what happens is you get all these creative types of entrepreneurs who build businesses, and now they're not being creative anymore. They're just running
their passion, for the money center.
Exactly. So that was one part of it. And then the other part was really a lot of robotics and artificial intelligence is replacing jobs. So we need to somehow augment that back. And we're doing that through our mining pool of basically people can mine the problems through consensus. And some of them are where they have to actually be the miner, not like a typical machine miner like a computer. They have to look at something and decipher it that the robot or the AI couldn't figure out. Yeah, so now they can actually monetize their time in a different way.
So we get paid to look at stuff to come to consensus. So meaning I can potentially also make money using this platform and helping this community out.
Right.
So can you, just for the audience, simplify what mining pool is and just...
Yeah, so this is actually a perfect example. Say we have a document that's handwritten, and the OCR image recognition cannot decipher what's written there, right? So then this document would go out into the mining pool, and be sliced up so you can't decipher what the entire document is, but you can decipher the different pieces. And then that would be split between a lot of different people. And they would each fill in their piece of the puzzle and basically essentially pool mine the problem, which is the document. And eventually they'll come to a consensus of each part, of what each part means, and then how they relate together. And then that's when we consider the block mined, and then we mint tokens, and then the artificial intelligence can learn from every one of those instances of people basically determining what that was. And then that will, the AI can from then go forward and use that inference to help in the future.
Got it. Talk a little bit about your team and advisors, and
Yeah, sure.
You're obviously, the ICO is open for business.
Yeah, our presale is open right now. Our team, so I'm the lead programmer. We have a team of 16 devs working on this full time. And then we have a strategic business team led by Ryan. And he leads the team doing basically account acquisition in Las Vegas, and we also have representation in UAE and Singapore and India. So.
Are you looking to partner with, some of the top kind of computer big dogs, if you will?
Yeah, we're always open to partnership. I mean, it's better if everyone plays together because we get more accomplished than, you know what I mean? So we're partnered with NVIDIA and Quanergy. And
Quanergy is one of your partners.
Yeah,
NVIDIA
does all
the cards for mining.
Yeah. So we're in tier 1 on NVIDIA for their DriveWorks stuff.
Yeah. Now, I heard that we couldn't buy securities in the U.S., so I couldn't participate in your pre-sale.
No, we have a KYC.
What's that?
It's the KYC AML. It's Know Your Client. So we can take from the U.S.
So I can buy.
You can buy it, yes.
How much token in your pre-sale?
There are 50 million tokens at 17.5 cents each.
15 million tokens.
Yeah, available. So it's roughly
15 million is your cap, your max.
Of them tokens. So that if you put it into USD, it's around 8 million cap on our pre-sale.
Just a pre-sale.
Yeah.
And how many tokens will you have moving forward?
There'll be 800 million in circulation, and then how that works is essentially to use the platform. There's recurring fees for every business. So. That supply will start to come down, and the only way the circulation gets replenished is by mining or minting new tokens through solving problems for the AI rules.
Then that incentivizes us to participate.
Right, yeah, so then that kind of will drive our token price. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of demand, and it will start with 800 in supply, but that'll dwindle.
And if I mine, you pay us into your reward us in tokens.
Yeah.
And then what else can we use these tokens for?
So on the besides, well, it's not investment. I mean, it's a utility. So it's using it to. Obviously, we're using it for mining the AI interactions and the problem solving, and then businesses on the platform can do transactions in there. So the AI can essentially, without human interaction, purchase and do different interactions with other businesses, right? And then because we are in the back end of the businesses already, it's the whole idea of a point of sale, so they could actually accept the token as a form of payment in person, like to buy a meal or something like that.
Yeah. Cool. Wow.
So we're really targeting in our initial rollout, because we're already doing business with big businesses, we're targeting businesses that people are using every day. So coffee shops, restaurants, small chain grocery stores, those small to mid-sized businesses that people use every day. So.
Got it. Not like solo entrepreneurs, like healing arts, that kind of thing.
No, they could totally use it too. I mean, really, a lot of when you talk about entrepreneurs, because they don't have the capability to hire a whole company's worth of people, right? They can actually use the platform to launch their company without having to hire a ton of staff, right? So you could actually use this to launch companies cheaply.
So if I needed an editor, I can use your platform to do video editing?
No. So we are staying away from the creative things. Because I mean, a video editor that's like a craft. You know what I mean? So our idea is to take care of all the other issues the video editor might have selling his video, right? So he can focus on video editing.
On the creative. Okay, I got you. I wonder anything else you want to express to the audience about the longevity or just like your long-term goal with this project?
Really, our long-term goal is to get into a lot of businesses and allow them to start interacting on this.
I have no microphone, so I just get closer. Oh, sorry, one more time.
The long-term goal is to really spread this across a lot of small businesses and give them these opportunities that the bigger businesses have had, and then also take our mining pool and take it into areas that need economic growth. Where there's not a lot of job opportunities, things people can get on our platform and start earning.
Wow.
So
can we start getting on the mining pool now?
You'll be able to, if you're in the pre-sale, there's certain brackets for that to become beta testers, and then after our main token sale in March.
So there's like a minimum amount that you put in the pre-sale.
So our pre-sale, we decided to go without a minimum amount because we want everyone to be able to participate, because we've already built the platform, right? So we're not really after trying to build something because it's there. We're about building the community. But if you want to get into certain tiered programs, you have to buy so much.
Got it, and that'll be on there.
Yeah, that's all on the.
If you want to put $5, I can do $5 worth.
Yeah.
Or I can do like.
Yeah, and get into one of the programs.
Yeah, I kind of want to do more programs. I don't want to take much of your time, but you have all these programs that she was talking about, the specialty program.
Yeah.
Just elaborate on that.
That's actually the miners doing it.
Yep. So that's how we utilize the community and provide incentive for them to get involved.
And then the creator program is the one that you're telling me that I can build my own robot.
Yeah, exactly. Leveraging our background, so you don't have to be in it. You need to be able to create things like that, but you don't have to be a specialist in like specific robotics or communication protocol, things like that.
I just manifest my idea. I just actualize the idea in my head.
Well, and then you use our development platform to basically get it all working.
Got it. So that's how. Then I would pay you to use your platform.
Yeah. So you would pay AItheon to use its platform, and then assuming you're selling the robot, obviously that's how you make proceeds.
Then that's how I make my proceeds. So we don't get to like we have where it's like, hey, we can split the proceeds.
That's actually one way of doing it too. Yeah.
Okay. So, like 50-50. Let's go.
And that's
it's like a partnership.
Yeah.
Like an automated platform. This is crazy!
Yeah, it's really cool.
This is genius.
Yeah.
And I've only begun to learn like that much of like what this is, but I'm like this blew my mind. I've been.
Well, I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
I've been talking to people. The guy who told me that solves the mystery of that back body. It's just so needed. That's all.
Yeah, you could definitely do it.
Just that validation, whether it manifests or not, just that validation that it's, he's just like, of course it's possible. Thank you. That's the message that you should receive from the universe. So honored to meet you, Andrew. Thank you for your time. And can I stay in touch and contact?
And we'll talk.
We can have a conversation.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go help the world. Aloha, everybody. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one.
Awesome.